this works. So I'm Major Mike Halverson. Me and my wife are the pastors administrators here of Great Falls. We just got here in the end of June, and we came from Denver, and so it's a little bit smaller than Denver, but we've absolutely loved it here so far. The people are so supportive and very, very kind. And but you're basically here. This is what we call bell ringer orientation, customer greeter orientation, and I'm going to hopefully give you all the stuff. Okay, everything that you need to know about being a bell ringer. I'll hopefully help you with that. Now, I know Anthony has been a bell ringer. Anybody, you've been a bell ringer? Anybody else been a bell ringer? Okay, so again, any questions after I'm done, please don't hesitate to ask. But and even if I'm like talking and you have a question, that's okay. Just speak loud, obviously, because we're recording, okay? So let me just give you, everybody has signed up on the sign-up sheet? Anybody not sign up on the sign-up sheet? Okay, so just make sure you do that when we get out. So it's just right around the corner on the little desk there. There'll be a sign-up sheet. And I just kind of, is everybody full-time? Anybody, you're full-time, everybody's full-time? Anybody part-time? Okay, all right, that's fine. Okay, so history of the Salvation Army. Anybody know where the Salvation Army was started?
England.
Okay, boom, there you go. Third time, you should get it. It's London, England. London, England. By who? Anybody know? No? William Booth, and his wife's name was Catherine. And they started it in 1865. The Salvation Army was started in 1865. And basically they started the Salvation Army as a church, because at that time, poor people were not allowed inside of churches. Okay? So the Salvation Army, William Booth, actually started a church for the poor people that were not allowed to go to church at that time. Okay? But he also knew that if you wanted to talk to him about Jesus, about the Bible, he also had to make sure that they were helping them with their physical needs, because they had their needs, right? So he said nobody got saved when they had a toothache. Make sense? Why? Because they were focused on what? The toothache. So once we can take care of their physical needs, their food, their clothes, their shelter, then we might be able to help them with their faith, with their spiritual life. Okay? So that's why we do what we do. Okay? We want to be obedient to God's word, the Bible that says we want to serve. Now, this is the deal. You guys make it possible for the Salvation Army to serve all year long. Okay? The money that you bring in is the money that we can serve people. Okay? Now, what do you know about the Salvation Army here in Great Falls? What are the services that we provide? Anybody know? Food pantry. Holiday assistance. So with the food pantry, we help about 700 to 800 families every month with food. Okay, we're doing a remodel right now, and at the end of March, a new building will open with what we call client choice. It'll be more like a grocery store versus giving just a food box. Okay, so people can go around and they can pick out their own food. And then the Christmas, so we also do toys for kids, and we do about 250 to 300 families. So that's about 500 to 600 kids that we serve in the Christmas time. And then we also give food to even more people during Christmas. So it's like, I think it's closer to $650. We give a gift card so that they can go buy a holiday meal. Okay, so that happens. We also, do you guys know about our recreational activities? So for kids, we have a basketball league. Actually, it's happening on Monday nights right now. We have a basketball league. During the fall, we also have flag football. 36 teams flag football for kids. Okay. For adults, we have volleyball, and we have softball, the church softball league that meets. You said that you actually played in that. So then we also have. Anybody ever heard of pickleball? So pickleball is so popular right now, and so it's like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. People can come in. pay a little bit, and then they have 3 hours from 11 or 10. I think it's 10 to 1 that they can come in and they can play. And anyway, so we have lots and lots of recreational activities that we do. We also do an Easter egg hunt for the community. We also, in our social services, we also do rental assistance. We do utility assistance. Okay. We also give vouchers for clothes. Okay. So these are all things that we do throughout the year to serve people. And the money that you guys bring in is what we use to serve those people. Okay. So you guys are super, super, super important for our serving people throughout the year. So when you guys are out there, you guys are obviously representing who? The Salvation Army. You guys are representing the Salvation Army. And so everything that I say from now on is going to help you to understand how best to represent the Salvation Army when you're out there. Okay? So let's just have the first video. He's not here yet, so you're gonna point that up there so that they can the viewers can watch that later. But there's going to be 12 steps basically to being a good bell ringer video. Okay, so go ahead and turn it. Screen right here. There you go. Rock it. Turn it up really high. Computer.
1. Always have a pleasant attitude. Remember, you represent the spirit of Christmas and the Salvation Army. Smile and say thank you. 2. We're there at the invitation of the store. We don't have the right to stand our kettles. Please be gracious and kind in your dealings with and about the store and management. 3. Be presentable. Make sure to dress in weather-appropriate clothing. And if you received a Salvation Army branded apron, windbreaker, etc., please wear it. 4. Be gracious, even with people who don't give. We don't solicit for donations at the Kettle. We just make it fun and easy for people to give. 5. Always stand at your kettle. Standing helps you remain engaged with the public and focused on your task. 6. No cell phones during your kettle assignment. Please don't use your mobile phones unless you are on a break or there's an emergency. 7. No eating or smoking at the kettle. 8. Please work alone, unless you're part of a group that has permission to work the kettle together. Distracted bell ringers miss opportunities to make eye contact and be friendly. 9. Wish people a Merry Christmas. 10. Familiarize yourself with these sample talking points about kettle donations. Thanks for your donation to help people in need this Christmas and all year long. Your gift to the Salvation Army stays in this community to help our neighbors. If you'd like more information about the Salvation Army, find us online at westernusa.salvationarmy.org. 11. Limit your conversation to kettle-related topics. Please don't discuss Salvation Army policy, positions, and theology. Refer off-topic questions to the Corps Officer or Divisional Public Relations Director. 12. Use common sense. If something unusual or unexpected happens during your kettle shift, do your best to address it, but make sure to tell the kettle coordinator, Corps Officer, and get help if you need it.
Cool, so I'm the Corps Officer. I know that he's Pastor Administrator, okay? So if you have any questions, just actually turn around, and that right there, that guy right there is Josh. You're going to call him first if you have any questions. If he has any questions, he's going to talk to me, okay? So Josh is the guy. So just make sure that you quote. We'll try on the first day. we'll try to get you guys a card with both of our numbers on it so that you guys can communicate with us. For those of you who have done it, what is the most important thing that you think is about bell ringing?
For me, it's eye contact with the kid and my smile.
Yeah.
Does really good.
Very good. Yeah. Anything else you want to add to that, Anthony?
Have a good time.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. So the most important thing, guys, is to talk and interact with every single person that goes by. In, out, every single person. A lot of times they're gonna give to you when? On the way in or on the way out? On the way out, because they have the big money, right? On the way in, they have the big bills. They got the 20s and 50s or whatever. On the way out, they have the coins and the dollars. Most of the time, that's what people give, okay? So, but if you hit them on the way out, say, hey, how you doing today, or whatever, and then on the way out, a lot of times they'll get you on the way out, okay? But communicate. You gotta communicate with every person that's going by on the way in, on the way out. But yes, you gotta smile. You gotta be upbeat. Now, I know you're gonna have a bad day. Everybody has a bad day. But I pay you to pretend like you're having a good day. Everybody understand that? Okay? So do the best you can to have a good day. Smile, spread the cheer. That's basically what you guys are out there to do, right? You're spreading the cheer, spreading Christmas cheer to the people who are coming by, right? Trying to make them have a good day, right? I like your hair. Guys, don't get too crazy with that stuff, because anyway. But just communicate with everybody. If they see that you're just sitting there with the crossed arms, not talking, not ringing your bell, not doing anything, they're more likely not going to give. Okay, but you got, again, be open, be talking to every person that goes by. Now, here's the next thing: stand at the kettle at all times. Okay, stand as much as you possibly can. If you need a chair, you need probably bring me a doctor's note saying that you need to sit. Okay, I understand it's a lot of work to stand. Okay, it's a lot of work to stand. I've done it. Trust me, I know. Okay, I know it's a lot of work to stand. But when people see you sitting, they're less likely to give. Okay, so stand as much as you possibly can. If we can work it out, if you absolutely need a chair, we can work it out. I don't want to lose you because you can't stand. But just keep that in mind. Be present. If Josh comes by at 12:15 and he sees that you're not at your Kettle site, and then he comes by at 1:15 and you're still not at your Kettle site, we're going to question whether you're actually doing the job. Okay? So you got to be present. You got to be at the Kettle. You got to be talking to people. You got to be interacting with people. Again, if we find you too many times where you're not at your site, we might give you a warning, but eventually we're just going to have to let you go. So there's different things that you're going to need for being out there. One of the most important things is a apron. Okay, this goes over the top of whatever you're wearing. Okay, if you have a coat on, I suggest a very heavy coat. This is probably the coldest place that I've ever been, and I've done this for 30 years. Okay, I stood kettles when I was in Anchorage, Alaska, as a teenager, but that was probably colder. But as an officer, Salvation Army officer, Denver, Colorado was probably the coldest that I've had. But just stay warm. Okay, so a lot of people, when they come the very first day, they can't make it because they didn't dress warm enough. Okay, so make sure you're dressing warm enough. All right, but this needs to go over the top of it. Okay, a lot of times I say dress in layers. Okay, sometimes you might be, if you're not in a north-facing store, you might be at a store where you're standing in the sun for most of the day. Okay, you might be warm. Okay, so take your coat off or whatever you need to. But then when it gets darker at 5, it's going to be cold. Okay. So again, you got to be ready when that cold comes, all right? And I know that it gets windy here, okay? Windier, and the wind is the worst weather for kettles, okay? Because when you're standing there, even if it's 50 degrees, it feels cold, okay? So, so again, just be ready for that. We a little bit different this year is we're going to be well, Anthony, maybe not for you, but everybody else will be on the outside. Okay, you're going to be on the outside as much as possible. Okay, what's that?
You make more money that way.
You do. That's exactly why. Yes, you do make more money that way. Because why? Because people feel sorry for you. Okay.
They'll bring you hot chocolate once in a while.
Okay, and we'll get to that. Absolutely, yes. But outside as much as possible. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that I want to lose you because you can't do it. Okay. If a store allows you to go inside, I want you to make sure that the manager says is okay. All right. But again, I want you to be outside as much as possible. You need to be standing. You need to be wearing the apron. Another thing is the bell. Okay, this bell. Okay, I don't just give it to you to put it in your pocket. Okay. Now, I don't say that you have to do this all day long, every day. Right. Okay. You don't have to do that. You're gonna go nuts. Okay. You're gonna go crazy. You're gonna have nightmares about the bell, okay? I promise you, all right? But we pay you to ring it, okay? Now, if there's absolutely nobody around, you don't have to ring it. But as long as there's people there, you need to ring it. And I just put it between my two fingers. I just put it down to my side, and I just ring it lightly, okay? It doesn't have to be very loud, okay? You know, and you know, you ever heard of the song Silver Bells? That's about the Salvation Army out in front of the grocery stores and stuff, okay? So people expect us to be out there ringing the bell, okay? So ring the bell. Again, I know it's going to be, I know you're going to have nightmares. I know you're going to be hearing bells as you watch TV that night or whatever, okay? But that's kind of what people expect is the bell, all right? So ring the bell, ring it. Another thing that you need to know is to, oh no, we're going to show another video. So, show another video. I thought it was kind of fun. I saw this a couple years ago and have been using it since. Anthony, you said have fun. That guy was having. He was dancing around, ringing that bell. And I'm not saying that's what you guys have to do. I just thought it was a kind of a fun video. You know, but it really goes to say bell ringing is what you make it. Okay? You can be bored out of your mind. I'm going to tell you. Okay, you can, but you can also have fun with it. You can also make it a thing, you know, where you're really enjoying it. Again, you're spreading Christmas cheer. You're making people happy. You know, you're doing it. You know, and again, that's the biggest thing for me is you're just out there and you're just trying to spread that Christmas cheer. Another thing, another thing that some people do is they will get battery-operated Christmas lights, and they'll put it around the stand. It kind of helps, just kind of helps people to look, to see, right? You're trying to get their attention, right? You're trying to get their eye contact if you can. A lot of people will try to ignore you. I'm not going to lie. They will, okay? But your goal is to get their attention. Once you get their attention, the Salvation Army sign sells itself, okay? That they know what it is and they know why you're there, okay? So Christmas lights. Another thing that you might, if anybody, let's go with this. Are you a Grizz fan? 1, 2, okay. How about a Bobcats fan? All right, okay, we're both. Okay, so if you wear either of those, it's more likely that people will give. Okay, so if you wear Bobcats or Grizz, probably for the pro football teams around, probably I've heard it's the Seahawks, the Broncos, or the Minnesota Vikings. Those are the teams that people like the most around here. Just, if you don't have any of those, that's fine, but that's just the local sports teams, even the high schools, right? The Bison and what's CMR? Wrestlers. Okay, so you could do that. The next thing is having good hygiene. I don't think I'll have a problem with y'all with this, but all of these things I say because I've had issues in the past with bell ringers. Okay, so don't take it offensively if I say these things. All right, take a shower, brush your teeth, comb your hair. Okay. Do things to make sure that you're presentable. Again, you're representing who? Salvation Army. So we need you to be out there representing the Salvation Army the best you can. All right. So just again, good hygiene. Again, do some deodorant maybe every once in a while. That kind of thing. All right. Have good hygiene. Next thing is be on time. So what I want you to do, everybody's going to do this, okay, except for Anthony again. Everybody's coming here every day, Monday through Saturday at 10 to 10:15. Okay, no later than 10:15. At 10:15, we're gonna have a devotion and prayer. Okay, you don't have to be in here for that. I'm not gonna force you to do that if you don't want to. Okay, but we're gonna have a devotion and prayer. You guys are gonna all sign in on the front desk before you come in here. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is after or while somebody's giving the devotion, there are gonna be 3 of us. I'll go make the route sheet, okay? And then I'm going to give them to the drivers, and the drivers will take you out to your location if you need to be taken out. If you have a car, you can drive on your own. That's fine. Then the driver will come by. They'll either drop you off or they'll come by your location if you've driven, and they're going to lock your kettle on the stand. Okay, that's a little bit different from last year. Okay. So you're going to come here at what time? 10:15. Okay, we're going to try to have some continental breakfast coffee stuff for you guys, and try to get you warmed up before you go out into the cold. So be on time. If you're not going to be here, please call Josh. Okay, so that we know. All right. Most people, most jobs, if you don't call and you don't show, what happens? You're fired. Okay? I need you as much as possible. We have up to 18 sites that we could put out every day. Now, we're not going to put out all those sites every day, but we're going to try to put out as many as we can. All right? So I need you, but I also need you to be considerate of us and let us know if you're not going to be there or if you need to take off for some reason, or you're going to be a little late, or whatever. Okay, just communicate with us, or whatever. The shifts. So again, a little bit different than last year. We're going to be from 11 to 6. 11 to 6. Now we've been doing it here from 10 to 6 for a long time. If you're part time, 10 to 2 or 2 to 6. Okay. 10 to 2, 2 to 6. If you need something else, again, I need you, okay? I need to get out as many bell ringers as I can every day. So if you can't do even the part-time hours, please just communicate with me, and we'll still get you out, okay? But so everybody understand the hours. Saturdays are our biggest and best fundraising day. Please, please, please don't miss Saturdays, okay? Don't miss Saturdays. You can miss Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Those are the best days to miss. But please do your best to be here and available on Saturday. Now, there's going to be a lot of volunteers on Saturdays, so you may not get the same spot that you're always standing at, okay? So we may have to move you around to different locations. But please, again, we will put everybody out on Saturdays. I will try to have every single site filled on that day. Okay? So everyone, please don't skip out on Saturdays. Depending on your shift, if you're working Full-time, you get a half an hour lunch and two 15-minute breaks. Sometimes a worker will say, Major Mike, I really want to do something. I need to go to an appointment or something. Maybe I'll let you take that whole hour, and you can do that. Okay, but again, it's two 15-minute breaks, half an hour lunch. Now, I want to just say something. You can take them when you choose. On the time card, so you're going to have a time card. You're going to put all the information on: date, your name, your location. If it's at a Walmart, don't just say Walmart. Which Walmart? Okay. If it's at Albertsons, which Albertsons? Okay. So and then a start time, and then a lunch, and then an end time. And then you're going to do this. You're going to wait for the driver to get there at night, okay? And you're going to sign it. He's going to sign it, and you're going to put it in the kettle, okay? Don't put the time card in the kettle until the driver gets there. Everybody understands that? And if it's after 6 o'clock, just keep working, okay? The driver will be there, all right? And we will pay you until the driver gets there. So if they get there at 6:20, you're going to get paid until 6:20. All right. So just keep working, do the best you can until the driver gets there. Everybody understand that? Okay.
And it's typically no later than 6:20, unless bad weather, roads.
Okay.
But
Okay, that's good to know. And it's nice because we're in a smaller community. And when I was in Denver, our space was so spread out that I could never promise 6:20. But here we can, so that's good. That's really good. Next,
Are you gonna have, sorry, are you
That's
gonna
okay.
have two bell ringers at
Walmart.
Walmart?
Yes, sir.
Cause I know we label them the east or west or whatever.
Yep. So there's a West Walmart, there's East Walmart.
But the doors.
Yep, and there's a grocery door and there's a
Yeah.
pharmacy door. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do both doors at both Walmarts. Absolutely. Yep. Those are some of our best sites.
we usually label it Walmart Smelter or Walmart 10th Avenue.
Yep, that's fine. Walmart Smelter, Walmart 10th. Yep, that's absolutely. So just write that on your time card. Absolutely. It's our privilege. They said this on the video, but it's our privilege to be out there, guys. Okay. There's some stores that don't even let us anymore. Way more. That we used to have way more stores that used to allow it. Target was the first one that told us no.
Walmart used to not either.
Never. We've always been able to do Walmart. I don't know about this community,
Here we
but
couldn't, the one, in, what was it, 99 they put it? In 2000, they had to put them in dog houses.
Oh.
In between the doors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like dog
Okay.
houses for.
like booths or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, I know that it gets cold out there, guys, but don't move inside unless you have the manager's approval. Okay. And in Walmart, there's the whatever you want to call it, the breezeway or whatever you want to call it, but you can be in there, I think, and we talked to the managers and they said yes, but again, as long as you can handle it, be outside. Why? Because you make more money, okay? So as much as you can, try to be outside.
Hand warmers are lifesaver.
Yes, hand warmers would be great. Hand warmers, feet warmers, all of that, yes. If you can afford them. Battery operated gloves or electric gloves, perfect. I mean, they're expensive, but the other thing, so it's our privilege to be out there at the stores. So just be courteous, okay? Be courteous to the staff, the managers. You know, if they try to move you away from the door too far, please call Josh, because you're not going to make money if you're too far away from the entrance and the exit, okay? But just be courteous. I don't think you're going to have a problem, but just make sure that you're courteous to the staff that are there. Do not use the store staff lounge. Sometimes what will happen is one staff member will say, oh, come on in and you can take your breaks in our store staff lounge, but then another manager comes in and they see this person, who are you and why are you in here, okay? So again, just don't. It's just don't, all right? That's just the best practice for that. If you get a full-time position, I don't want to lose you, of course. I want you to work throughout the whole season, and there's going to be bonuses awards if you do some of the things. But if you get a full-time job and it's going to be more, going to last longer than Christmas, take it. Okay, I want the best for you. Okay, but obviously I want you to be with us. But I also want the best for you. So if you find a permanent job, just go ahead and take that. Don't ask for money. I know that sounds really weird. Yeah, exactly. There's actually a bell ringer video with a mime that didn't talk back in the day, and he wore a ski mask, just only the holes, for the nose and the eyes, and he's like, holding the gun to the person. It's it was just a joke, but he had a lasso too. He tried to lasso him. Anyway, but we're not there to ask. Don't say, please give to the Salvation Army. All you're doing is what? Interacting with them. Okay? They see the Salvation Army sign, it'll sell itself. You're not saying, please give to the Salvation Army. Everybody understand that, okay? You don't have to. You just don't. They already know what you're wanting them to do, okay? Don't touch the money. This is critical, okay? I get so many calls during the bell ringing season saying, Major Mike, your bell ringer is what? Stealing, okay? Even if I don't think you are, they think you are, all right? So again, people are watching and they want to make sure that the money that they give is going to the Salvation Army, okay? So, older person might come by and they say, could you please put this money in the kettle for me? Okay, what I say is this, please stand there and I'll do it, okay? Watch me do it, all right? Coins might go into the top of the kettle, okay? Use the end of a bell, maybe, and just push them in like that. Instead of using your finger, push them in with the bell or push them in with the pen or something like that, okay? If the money starts popping out, which I expect from all of you guys, okay? If the money starts popping out the top, push it down with the pen, all right? Don't touch the money. If somebody drives up in a car, okay, you're going to say the same thing. Please wait there, watch me put it in, okay? So it does happen where people ask you to put it in. Try as much as you can to be accountable so that if people are watching, they know that you didn't steal it, all right? So don't touch the money, all right? Don't touch money.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have candy canes this year?
That's a good question.
Because the first day I worked, they didn't have them.
Yeah.
There were some people that didn't donate. And some
Right.
others-
I have found, that's a really good question. I haven't done it yet, and I don't know if I'm going to this year or not, but I do know that candy canes do help. They do help people give, okay? So I may have to run over to Sam's Club and see what we can do. But yes, that is a thing, and if we're not doing it yet, and I usually don't give them out until December 1st, even if I do it. But if you want to buy them yourself, I'll tell you, people do give. Now, what I would say about that is make sure that you ask the parents if it's okay if they have a candy cane. Don't just give it to them, okay? Because not every parent wants them to have one, all right? So just if you have candy or something that you give out, again, just ask the parent. That's a really good thing. If people give you personally, hey, Mike, here's $20 for you, okay? No, all right? Here's a gift card for you. No, okay? All of it goes into the kettle, all right? Now, the kettles don't necessarily fit gift cards. They don't fit gift cards, but what you'll do is just hang on to it and give it to the driver when they get there, okay? But here's the good news, okay? The good news is they'll give you hot chocolate. They'll give you coffee. They'll give you gloves. They'll give you hats. They'll give you sandwiches. You can take all of that, okay? Take it. It's okay. They're treating you. If they want to give you money, you could say, hey, go buy me a sandwich. Go buy me a coffee, okay? You can do that. That's okay. I want you guys to be taken care of. People will take care of you. They will treat you well because they're your bell ringers, okay? But cash, gift cards, they go to the Salvation Army. Anything else, you can keep, okay? Everybody understand that? Okay, good. So the next thing, we did use this, I don't know how many years, but this is called Kettle Pay. Okay, so if somebody doesn't have money, you can say, hey, look on the stand, you can use your cell phone. And this is a video that talks about that.
Is bump their phone to this little Wi-Fi logo that's on top of the NFC tag. When that happens, a notification will pop up on their phone. They'll select that and it will direct them to the dedicated donation form that we've set up for this program. They'll have the option to select the dollar amount or another amount, whichever they choose. And then using their passcode or their thumbprint, they can select to make payment, and it's done. They'll receive a notification just like anything else. There's also the QR code option for older Android or iPhone devices. All you have to do is open up your native camera and point the camera at this QR code option. When you do, that camera will read the QR code and the same notification will pop up, directing them to the same donation form where they can select the dollar amount, use their thumbprint or passcode to pay, select it, and it's done. So that's it. That's how you install and use the Salvation Army's new Kettle Pay donation option.
Super easy. Open up their camera and they just pointed out this thing, okay? And they can use their iPhone or Android or whatever, and they can pay, if they want to donate that way instead of doing cash. All right. So it makes it a lot easier. Another couple other things. No smoking. Okay. No smoking at the video already said that. If you smoke, take off your apron. Okay. Take it off. Go away for your break. Okay. 15-minute break or whatever. Smoke, come back, put it back on, and then you can start working again. Okay? Don't smoke while you have the apron on. If I drive by or Josh drives by, he's gonna let me know, and we're probably just gonna come and relieve you. Okay? So don't smoke. Again, it's presentation. I don't care if you kill yourself. If you want to kill yourself, that's fine. But presentation. All right, presentation. Also, vaping, same thing. Drinking and eating. Now. Again, eating on your breaks, on your lunch, okay? But here's what I need you to do. Drink water, okay? Drink water. You need to stay hydrated, especially if you're outside. Outside, you're going to get dehydrated, so drink a lot of water. Stay hydrated, okay? A coffee is not going to help you hydrate, but it might help you stay warm, okay? So you could do coffee or whatever, but I'm okay with that. But again, no drinking or no eating, no smoking, no vaping, any of that stuff. Here's a funny one. Don't scare people. I only say these things because people that did it. Okay, so at a Walmart, I had the bell ringer at the beginning of the season, and here's the door. He would wait right around the edge of the door, and as people came out, he would jump out and scare them. And oh my gosh, that manager, he called me, boom, split second. He said, "You got to move this dude." And so I went over there, and he was scaring people. And so I said, "Don't do that." He was one of my best bell ringers for the rest of the season, but he was scaring people. So don't scare people. Everybody understand that? It's only once that I've ever had it in 30 years, but it's a thing. All right, so. Don't scare people.
I think you mentioned that too, keep the bell down, and because a lot of them too, they put it in your face. Like I've been scared, where I come in the store, they ring it right next to my ear.
Oh yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. Again, just lightly. You don't have to do it real loud in front of people's faces or anything. That to me would be offensive if you try to do that to me. I'm gonna probably call somebody if somebody did that to me. So yeah, don't ring it in their face. So no music. Okay, so if you want Bluetooth music so that everybody can hear, you got to make sure you get okay by the store, but it has to be Christmas music. Okay, Christmas music. All right, and you should not have it on your ears. Why?
So you can't hear.
Because you can't interact with people if it's on your ears. Okay, it's just impossible. So you cannot have it in your ears. I know that's kind of hard. And they also said no cell phones, right? If you need to use a cell phone, do it on your break. Do it on your lunch. Okay. If there's an emergency, I understand. Anybody have kids? Okay, so Okay, all right. So there could be an emergency with a kid, okay, or something else, and that's okay. We understand. We're flexible. Take care of your kids, but again, try not to use the cell phone as much as possible. If you're sitting around talking on the phone, again, people walking by are going to say, "I'm not giving to them." Okay, so because you're not interacting with them, and you just care about what's going on here. All right. So no cell phones as much as possible. Be aware of your surroundings. Okay. Now, I've only had maybe under 5 kettles ever stolen from a bell ringer before. Okay. So first of all, it's locked on there right now. Okay. So be aware of your surroundings. If you see somebody sitting there watching you, and you just feel a little uncomfortable with that, take a break. Okay, so what you're going to do is during breaks, during lunches, you're going to take the kettle stand, put it in a corner inside the door, okay, somewhere inside the door, maybe around the corner, whatever, maybe so somebody can't see it. Doesn't have to be, but just somewhere where it's out of the way, so that it's just kind of people really not thinking about it as they pass, okay? And then instead of putting it at the service desk, we're going to just keep it locked on there. When you get done with your break, your lunch, you're going to come out and you're going to just start using it again. Okay, put it back to where it's supposed to be. Okay, so it's just so much easier. There's a lot of stores that are saying no, you can't do it anymore. Put it at the service desk. So we're just going to get rid of that whole situation with the service desk, and it'll be locked on there. Take it in for a break and lunch, and then take it back out when you're done. Okay, it's just simple. All right. If somebody comes by and they say Major Mike sent me, and it's in the middle of the day and you're really not supposed to be off for another 3 hours, and they say Major Mike sent me to pick your kettle up, again, that person didn't come from me. Okay, so just go take a break. All right, just go take it in. If they absolutely want it, they can steal it. Okay, I mean, if somebody comes up to you, and just walk away. Don't put your life at risk. Okay, a couple $100 is not worth your life, not worth you getting injured. Again, it's very little happens. And usually it's in bigger cities when it does happen. Okay, so but just be aware. Just be what's going on around you, and just take a break if you need to. Again, I've already said that. We will go out, folks, every single day. Now, I know that cold days are going to be hard, and we will try. If it's really cold, we will allow you to move in again, as long as the store allows you. We will try not to use the stores that don't allow us to move in. Okay, but at the same time, please don't not come because it's cold, because we will go out every single day. Just dress warm. Okay, just dress warm. And again, you can work 6 days a week. All right, 6 days a week, and it's about 40 hours every week. Okay, so you can get 40 hours. Again, don't leave the store unless the driver is there. All right. Now, on Friday or Saturday, like I said, it's our best day. I'll mention something in the morning, probably, but Saturdays we might be out about a half an hour later. Okay, because it's better day. Okay, and there's people out shopping a little bit later on Saturdays. So just know that if you're not picked up, it'll be closer to 6:30 to 7 on a Saturday. All right. Instead of 6 to 6:30, it'll be 6:30 to 7 on a Saturday. Everybody understand that? Again, we just want to make sure that we're maximizing, right? We just have this is our best fundraiser of the year, and so just don't freak out if we're not there by 6:30 on Saturday. You're going to get $10 an hour. Anthony, I don't know what you got paid. We'll talk about that after, because Anthony's a returner. But everybody else, were you here last year with us?
No.
Okay. So Anthony, we'll talk. I don't know. We'll talk about. We'll just pay you the same as what we paid him last year. Okay. Okay. So this is kind of a fun thing. We're going to call it an award system. Our divisional headquarters doesn't like to call it a bonus system. but it's an award system, okay? So if there's ways to get extra money, okay? Every week that you work 5 out of 6 days, you will get a $50 attendance bonus. And you can get up to $300 by the end, okay? Extra, all right? Now there's some rules, okay? You must work all 5 days of Thanksgiving week, okay? So Thanksgiving is off, okay? No bell ringing on Thanksgiving or Sundays, all right? So that week, you need to work every day except for Thanksgiving Day, okay? Every other week, you need to work. You can work every day, all 6 days, every week, but at least 5 out of 6, okay? Including Saturday. If you do not work on Saturday, you do not get the bonus. Everybody understand that? Okay? So you have to work on Saturdays. The last week of Kettles, which is Christmas week, you need to work 5 days, including the 23rd, which is the Saturday. We don't work on Christmas Eve because it's a Sunday, all right? So every day, at least 5 days, and then you can get the bonus, but you gotta work that Saturday, the 23rd, okay? Here's another thing, you have to finish the season to get any of the bonuses, okay? So if you quit a week or two earlier than the end, you're not gonna get any of the bonus, okay? So you gotta go all the way to the end. You gotta work to the very, very end. If you start in the middle of the season, you can still, I'm talking mostly these guys. Can you straighten that out just a little bit? Yeah, it's just a little, there you go. So, mostly talking to you guys on the video. You guys might start a little later in the season. You can still get the $50 bonus every week. So just keep that in mind. And then performance bonus. Here's another bonus. So you can if you raise the Salvation Army $5,500 or $50 an hour for 20 days, you can get another $200, okay, for an award at the end, okay? So $5,500. Is that, yeah, for $5,500 or 20 days. 20 days, you get $50 an hour or more, average, okay? If you're a musician, anybody a musician? Okay, yes? I'll tell you that music brings in money. It really, really does. And if you want to try that out, just let me know. And I'd like to hear you play. But I'll tell you, if somebody's out there playing any kind of instrument, it's gonna bring in bank. Okay. So if you're interested in doing that, just let me know. The next screen, it says, again, you may not keep the same location all the time. Now, Anthony, you might be, because just the circumstance will probably put you there every day unless there's a volunteer, okay? But for the rest of you, I like to shake it up, okay? Let me just tell you why. Because if somebody comes to, say, Albertsons, okay, that's their grocery store, okay? That's where they're gonna shop every single time, right? So if they see you there every single time, they're gonna say, oh, I gave to you last time. Make sense? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna shake people up. You're gonna probably be at different locations, okay? Now, I'm gonna tell you the best locations, and don't be hurt if you're not at the best locations. I need you, no matter where, okay? I just need you to go out and do the best you can, okay? The best locations are by number. Number 1, Sam's Club. Number 2, West Walmart. Number 3, East Walmart. And number 4 is Super One, okay? So they're the top 4 stores, okay? And that's 6 locations. And I will put, you guys sign up, I will put the best locations out every single day, okay? And if I need you at other locations, I'll put you out there. But don't get sad if you don't think that you make enough money, okay? Do the best you can, and of course I have to at least get the amount of money I'm paying you, right? But just do the best you can no matter where I put you, okay?
I asked for the worst location actually and beat out some of the.
I'd love to hear that, man. I'd love to hear that.
and
That's,
stuff, but what I did there too is the old Kmart, and I don't know if there's any more stores, but I had the chance to open the door. for
yes,
it.
that's
They were,
amazing. If you can
that
open a
was
door,
big-
absolutely open a
big
door.
motivator.
Yes. That really, really does help. Good point. Yes. So where do you think you stand? I think I might have covered that already. But where do you stand? If I have a choice between the entrance and the exit, where do you think I stand? Exit. I think I said that already. But so why? Because people have the little money, little change, the dollars, right? But like for instance, let me just give you an example. Walmart. Okay. Walmart has two doors, one in, one out. What I do is stand on the outside, there's a middle post there, and I put my stand right there. And then I can hit people on the way in, and then I can hit people on the way out. So I can talk to them both ways. And not only that, but you're out of the way, okay? So you know what I'm talking about, you work there. But you do too. All right. So you guys know what I'm talking about. So that middle pole, that's the best place to stand for Walmart. And again, just talk to every single person that goes in and goes out.
Yeah, the breezeway, which I used to work at Walmart too, it was we're like, I don't know, 10 feet maybe outside the two doors, the inside doors, and then in the middle of it. So it was the same thing.
Yeah. If you're inside, same thing. Try to stay out of the way. Okay. We're not okay. So when we're there, we're gonna try to stay out of people walking. Okay. We're just gonna be off to the side. Now, if that thing is way over there, I'm not gonna walk way over there so that I can give. Okay. So you gotta make sure that it's in the line, but not in front of people walking. Okay. Make sense? Okay. So just off to the side, just so they can just stretch out, they got a couple quarters, here you go, So just make it easy, but not in front of the people that are walking, okay? It doesn't impede traffic.
I had somebody about, I question that in and outdoor, the exit.
Uh-huh.
Cause I don't know, I know from experience that I make more contact with the people coming in.
Yep.
Because the people coming out, they're at my back usually.
Okay.
They're like,
So let me just tell you what I do when I worked. I usually stood sideways.
Oh, okay.
So I tried to hit people on the way in, always hit them on the way in, but I always tried to face the people as well on the way out. It's again, that's because that's a lot of the times they say, a lot of times say, oh, I'll get you on the way out. And then they maybe forget. So you there, they're giving them the opportunity to remember that I said that, kind of thing. So, but yeah, I mean, most important is just interact with people going in and going out. That's
a lot of them was that I made contact at the last minute because they'll sneak a peek and just say a big hello, then they feel guilty. And
yes,
they bring money on the
absolutely,
way out.
absolutely. We're not trying to make people feel guilty, but they do, absolutely. Any questions?
What about automotive? You're gonna stand there at all? People go on in and out that door.
Where?
Like in the back.
Oh, for Walmart? No, we're just going to use the two main doors. Yeah. Anybody else? Other questions this afternoon? Okay. Did I miss anything, Josh?
People are counting on you, bud.
Yeah. I guess that's the last thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. They're counting on you guys. Again, even right now, as we walk out of this chapel, you're going to see people inside that room and they're getting food boxes. Okay. And that's how we can do that, right? Because you guys are out there making the money so that we can afford the food, okay? So again, all the different services, we're counting on you. They're counting on you. So we'll every day I'll give you guys your total that you made the day before, so that you guys, kind of know. And usually there's a little competition between y'all, but anyway, it's just fun. I'll try to make it fun each morning, but anyway, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get up. You're gonna follow Josh out the door into our fellowship hall, and you're gonna fill out the application for the job. What's that? So did you give it to my wife, and she's cleared you? Okay, you're good to go then. All right. So be here Friday. Be here Friday. Now, you just, yeah. I think, I'm hoping that you guys, so the reason why I say that, the reason why I say that is because,